So for today's video, I'm going to show you some kind of release technique that I use for soft tissue work on my bicep. Usually when we're looking at an isolated area, for instance my bicep, I'm going to actually look not only downstream but upstream as well to figure out why there might be some pull on there. In this instance I just did an arm workout, so I know it's tight from that, but it kind of feels agitated, so I wanted to do a little bit of soft tissue work on this. For this you are going to need either a tennis ball, lacrosse ball. I have a yoga ball right here, and I'll put a link for these things in the description box. But initially what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to palm it, I'm going to put it on various parts of my arm, and then I'm going to slowly extend my arm out. Applying a decent amount of pressure. I don't want to hurt that area. I don't want to push so hard that I'm getting nerve pain, right? And I'm going to move up and down on the bicep like this. I might actually rotate the arm a little bit as I do that. I might just fold directly out. I find that rotation helps because it kind of rolls over that bicep. I'm going to link to the other video I've done with some passive myofascial release stuff at the end, with the kind of annotation at the end that'll help with some stuff that you can do for your tricep as well as your bicep. So look for that. But I'm here, I'm just moving that tissue around, and then I'll actually just kind of massage it with this a little bit. Find some certain areas, like right there is pretty tight, so I might spend a little bit of time just kind of rolling around on that, and then going back through this again. Another technique that I might do is I might find an area and I'll actually compress this in on it by pulling like that. I don't hold it too long, and I'll move right here and I'll just push on that, and then I might go a little bit higher, get up in here, and then I'll just push on that like that. So that's the first thing that I do, right? Just a little bit of soft tissue work. But like I said, I actually check up and downstream. For the shoulder, right, I actually like to roll on it right here. So you'll need a wall. You can't really see what I'm doing exactly right here, but the ball is just on the wall and I'm just rolling back and forth. And I usually tuck my arm back behind my back like this because it kind of changes the orientation of the muscle a little bit. So I can get into certain kind of nooks and crannies a little bit better with that. And I just kind of move around on it, right? Not only on the front side, the anterior side, but I might get into the side of the shoulder here. And for this, I usually tuck my arm, roll around, and got a couple knots in there, right? So I'll just move it around a little bit. I can, if I wanted to, go here, kind of put pressure and actually like raise my arm at various angles for a little bit more of classical kind of like myofascial release, where I'm holding down the fascia and then moving the tissue around it. Now, why we look up and downstream is, like I said, because it not only creates like a pull on it, but like my bicep inserts into the front of my shoulder, right? Bicipital tendonitis, right? That inserts into the humerus up here. So a lot of times I might have shoulder pain that is actually my bicep creating that, because that inserts here, right? All my forearm muscles are going to insert here. It might create some type of pull where I think my bicep's hurting when it's really just tightness in my forearm, okay? Now for the forearm, I can do the same thing. I can actually just kind of rub, right? I could hold down and kind of move my arm a little bit like this. If it's something like this where, and let's say I was leaning on a table, I could push here, right? And then I could just move like this, and I could go up and down. Same thing. Let's create a situation where I'm pushing down, and then as I move my hand, I'm getting a little bit of relief with that, right? At various angles, because right, I can go this way, I can go kind of side to side, I can do circles if I wanted to, back and forth like this. So I'm going to do a little bit of soft tissue work on that, or I could just rub, right? Find those various angles in here and just rub like that. And then the last thing I want to show you is actually that stretch for that. And this is a Katie Bowman special thing that she does. It's with restorative exercise. Two different variations that I've seen, that I've practiced with. One is where my hand is here and I'm pulling the individual digits, my individual fingers back, or the other one is here, which is the one that I prefer. I actually take my thumb and I put it in the middle, and then I take a finger or two, put it on the tip, and then I actually pull back like this. And as I'm doing this, I'm pulling my arm and keeping it here. I don't want it to float out. So I'm here, allowing this palm just to passively relax. Also, I'm not here or here, I'm kind of stacked right in the middle. So here, I pull down, and we're holding 5, maybe 10 seconds, and we move finger to finger here. And what you'll notice is that as you actually pull on an individual finger, it's going to stretch different. So this one's probably the roughest. My middle finger right now, I feel that the most. Right? Some people it's maybe their ring finger or their pinky. And then the index finger is pretty bad, but that middle finger was really, really rough. And then the last stretch I'll do, I put thumb to thumb, and then I grab like this, and I'm trying to pull my hand away, right? So I'm here, pulling away, and as I do that, I stretch down through the thumb, right? Going like that. And then I can actually cup that, I can pull out like that, and then down and at an angle, and I'll stretch right through here. And this is good. I usually use this with the medical exercise clients that I have that maybe have carpal tunnel or something like that. We're just trying to release that forearm a little bit, but we want to move up and down the chain because there's compression on the nerve, the radial or the ulnar nerve, and it's causing pain down here. And then this transverse ligament on the front part of the palm. But we're really looking at where there's compression on the nerve, right, throughout the arm. So this has been kind of some soft tissue work, a little bit of stretching that you can do for the bicep, but like I said, we're actually checking downstream and upstream, taking care of that also, and not just focusing solely on the one area that happens to be tight. That way we get relief all the way around in case there's a little bit of pull. So that's been this video. If you like it, hit the like button. Definitely subscribe so you can follow along with more of the videos that I pump out. If there's anything that you want to see, also definitely let me know. Whether that's soft tissue work and stretching stuff, or supplement reviews, MoveNat, workouts, exercise demonstrations, home workouts, medical exercise stuff, whatever it may be, just let me know down in the comment section. And like I said, if you don't actually have one of these yoga balls or lacrosse ball or anything like that, I'll make sure that this is actually in the description for you so that you can click and link to it and go ahead and get you one of these. I love this particular one because it's softer than a lacrosse ball. It's a little bit more low density, so I can actually do some of this stuff where it doesn't feel like it's just pressing super hard on the nerves or the muscle. So thank you guys for watching.